Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Wait for y'all to get up in here. And some of you may think, oh, look at Mr. Boxing. He has a smile on his face because Joshua lost. Nah, man, the smile on my face is now we can get back to just, good old just, boxing talk, style breakdowns and, stuff like that. We can finally get back to that. And also the smile is on my face is because for a long time, man, it wasn't just me, but fans who also have share the same thoughts as me. Is it's not about physiques, man. I was getting so tired of the physique talk and people's legs and all that stupid shit, man. To where when you get in the gym or when you get in the ring with somebody, that stuff really doesn't mean anything, man. It just doesn't. You know what I mean? And for a while, people were saying that Americans, most of the heavyweights are fat and out of shape. They don't have the body type that will put you in the mind of a heavyweight champion, and you're right. But these guys have some skill set. You know what I mean? And guys are going to win and lose. Dominic Brazil was one of those guys that had that type of body type. Charles Martin, Andrew Ruiz Jr. You dig what I'm saying? Even some of the upcoming guys, when fans were asking me, well, Mr. Boxing, name some of the upcoming guys, for heavyweights in America over there. And I'll say guys like Darmani Rock and Stephen Shaw. People are, oh, no, he's fat. Look at his body. And I'm just sitting there like, all right, man. So that's why the smile is on my face, man. Get back to good old, boxing talk, boxing breakdowns. You dig? It seemed as if some fans either they wasn't around then or they just kind of forgot. But there was a lot of guys that didn't have imposing physiques that were good boxers. You know what I mean? That had good boxing skill. You dig what I'm saying? Greg Page comes to mind. Um, if you want to go that far back, you dig what I'm saying? Even when a guy like James Lights Out Tony, who moved up to heavyweight, that dude always fought with a gut. You dig what I'm saying? He gave Rockman work and uh, in both those fights, and he gave Sam Peter work, especially in that first fight. I thought Peter beat JT decisively in the second fight, but I thought Tony should have won that first fight. So on and so forth, man. I can go out and through history about guys with physiques that wasn't, I guess, eye pleasing to some fans. I guess you dig what I'm saying. My post fight reaction. I see you guys piling in, man. I'm gonna get you guys in a second. My post fight reaction was full of emotion. Man, for the life of me, I couldn't give a technical breakdown to save my life last night. Me and my wife was in there screaming, man. We was in there screaming. The kids came in there. I got one of my younger brothers staying with me right now. He like, bro, what's going on up in there? I'm in my boys' full football games right now, man. So you guys hear a lot of cheering and people in the background. I'm at the football games, just trying to go live. The first game for my youngest son, his game starts in about 40 minutes here. So if you keep seeing me look off to the right, I'm looking at the field. My wife is texting me. But anyways, yeah, man, for the life of me, I couldn't give a thorough breakdown to save my life, man. So my wife is hitting me up. So now that my thoughts are together, and yes, I watched that fight about 10 times at least already, man. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I tried to write down some talking points, man, so I won't be all over the place in this video. You dig what I'm saying? Let me say what's up to y'all real quick. Let me see. My man BC, what's good, brother? Mike Wilkins, what's good? King Louie, salute to you, man. Glenn Wilson, what's happening with it? Dark Heart 68. Uh, Don Crucial, what's happening, man? All right. Um, Anthony Joshua. Now, I've been saying this, and when I say things like I've been saying this, um, these are just things that I brought up. See, because when I look at fighters, I just don't bring up all the good and then whatever his flaws are, I just kind of sweep those under the rug. Nah, man, you look at these guys in totality, man. Even if you're a big fan of the guy, you still should be able to put your emotional attachment to that guy, or you being a big fan of him, to the side a little bit and break down their styles, man. And that's what I think my channel is needed for, and guys like me, is let's get into these style breakdowns. Styles make fights, not resumes, not A side, B side, not physiques, not styles make fights. Okay, styles make fights. Um, now let me kind of start in reverse here. Okay, at the end of the fight. Now I know Hearn, he wants a rematch. I'm not so sure immediate rematch is going to do him good. This isn't one of them situations, y'all, where Joshua was just dominating this fight, beating him from pillar to post, and then out of nowhere, Ruiz connects and drops. Nah, man, he was whooping his ass, man. This was a technical, systematic beatdown up in there. Yes, I'm gonna get to everything, but I'm just saying in totality of the fight, he whooped his ass, man. This wasn't no lucky. He whooped his ass with his skill set that he always uses in every fight. This wasn't a bust, and to me, this isn't Douglas. Now, yes, it is an upset that people would mention, but I don't think it's necessarily Douglas, Tyson, Ali, Liston, those type of things. Because at least for me, Joshua didn't separate himself the way Tyson did, to where you knew Tyson was the man. There was no Deontay Wilder walking around where it's like, Tyson's the man, but there were no other title holders out there. Tyson was the guy. He was the guy. No, this isn't bigger than Tyson Douglas, bro. In my opinion, AZ, this is not. We knew Mike Tyson was the man. Now, some of you may say, oh, I knew Anthony Joshua was the man. How the fuck can you know Anthony Joshua was the man, when he didn't fight Tyson Fury, he didn't fight Deontay Wilder? No, he was one of three. I'll say he was one of three, but Tyson was number one, numero uno. There was no, oh yeah, but yes, there were guys like Evander Holyfield coming up from cruiserweight, things like that. But we knew he was the guy. Okay, AZ, you say in the bookies' opinion is bigger. Okay, fine, they can have that. All right, but for me, the way I look at it through history, and even when you look at a guy like Sonny Liston was the man. He destroyed Floyd Patterson 2 times in a row. You dig what I'm saying? They thought he was going to kill that kid with when he fought a young Cassius Clay. All right. So to me, yes, it's a big upset. It will be mentioned as some of the biggest upsets, even when Jack Johnson lost to Willard. So I get it. It will be put in that. People will put it there, but to me, it's not as big as Tyson, in my opinion. Like Tyson, people want to talk about global superstars and all that shit. Tyson was a global superstar. You dig what I'm saying? But fuck all that superstar popularity shit. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. Now, round 1, okay, or just the beginning of the fight. All right, Anthony Joshua, in my opinion, was trying to make it a slow-paced fight. He was trying to slow it down, use his jab, pick his spots from the outside. He seemed pretty hesitant, but you know how first rounds are. They're trying to fill each other out. Okay, so whatever. Whoever you gave that round to is who you gave it to. All right. The second round, I don't know what it is or what it was exactly. It could have been a right hand or a left hook that kind of got AJ's attention, and I think AJ felt Ruiz's power early, and it made him a little bit hesitant to where he stayed on the outside. This wasn't your normal AJ come forward destroyer type. And to me, and I've always been saying this, man, you and some of you UK fans, not all of you, but some of you, man, you just want to go against the grain so bad to disagree with me. I've been telling you the dude does not move his head enough, man. Yes, I know he has muscles. Yes, I know he went to the Olympics. Yes, I know he won 40 titles and 3 fights. Yes, I get it, but he doesn't move his head enough. He doesn't move it enough, man. He doesn't get it out the way enough. He just doesn't. Yes, I know he's popular. Yes, I know all that. Yes, I know he has 88 million Twitter followers. Yes, I know that, but he doesn't move his head enough. He just doesn't. And it's okay, because there's a lot of guys out there that don't move their head enough. He's just one of those guys. It's not like he's a anomaly, like, oh, he's the only guy in the division. No, there's plenty of guys. He's just one of those guys. Doesn't move his head enough. There's some guys that move their head a lot. You dig what I'm saying? Like a Tyson Fury, Huey Fury. You get what I'm saying? Joseph Parker can show times where he can move and get on his back foot and move and show good movement. All right, you know what I'm saying? So it's no knock. He just doesn't move his head enough. Okay, so what was the the second round. So then the third round happens. AJ hits him with a left hook. They exchange left hooks. When you're in there exchanging left hooks, sometimes it just comes down to who lands first in those type of situations. AJ was able to land his first, and it was crisp, and he caught Andy. Andy went down, and Andy's right arm got caught behind him, kind of weird. I almost thought he broke his fucking arm, man. And you kind of see, when I watched it again, Andy kind of went down. It was kind of like how Douglas did it, though, man. I'm not gonna lie. He kind of went down and went, And then he looked up. I don't know if he's looking up at the monitor or if he was just looking up at the garden ceiling and just said, okay, this is the first time for everything. I got put on my ass. I'm about to get up. And look at my shirt, you know what I mean? Little Mexican design. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But he did that. He got up, okay? Epic round, man. He gets up, and what punch did he land on AJ? Left hook. Where did it land? On the temple. Why did he land it? Wasn't moving his head. Got caught in exchange. Worried about landing his shots. You dig what I'm saying? Say less. Oh, man. Y'all got to keep that series up, man. That little series y'all doing. I appreciate that, man, for the $5. Let me get to these. Says, I went back and watched the fight. I don't think an immediate rematch is good for Joshua. His mentality, the style matchup, and the timing is all wrong. I agree with that, man. So let me get back to this. So temple shot, it rocked him. And look, AJ started to respect him after that. He knew that he thought he was going to go in there, come over here to America, all this taking over and all. It's not sweet over here like that, man. It's just not. You dig what I'm saying? A lot of those fans that were going crazy and cheering, a lot of them dudes look like they were just UK fans that came from the UK doing all that. Like, we'll cheer like, hey, okay, now get in the ring and fight. You dig what I'm saying? Just like when Wilder and Ortiz, I forgot which round it was, but the Brooklyn crowd started booing them. Like, we different over here, man. We ain't Sweet Caroline and singing all damn day. Nah, we want to see some action. Fuck all the Sweet Caroline. Yeah, we'll cheer, but we'll boo when we have to boo as well. That's just how we are over here, man. We do it to our basketball teams. We do it to our football teams. We do it to our boxers. We'll do it to anybody. If we ain't seeing what we want to see, if you ain't mixing it up how, we'll boo you. We're not with all that type of shit. You dig what I'm saying? It's different over here. I know some of you're not going to believe me. You're going to still not believe me. Okay, fine. All right. But Ruiz did that. Looked up at the ceiling, got up, started landing. So he made his punches count, man. And one thing about Ruiz, I was trying to tell y'all, is not just his fast hands. He has good fast twitch reaction with his punches. When you're in tight situations with Ruiz, right? Okay, like usually when guys clinch, right? They clinch, and then usually guys wait for the ref to break you. Ruiz is the type of guy that'll clinch you, and right when you take a step back, you think that, hey, we just got done clinching, we're going to step back and then get back to boxing. No, he's the type to take the half step back and then left hook, right uppercut. Like, he's one of them type of dudes where he can get off quick shots in a small space. He uses his short arms to his advantage when he's in close all the time. Very quick twitch type of fighter. His body may not look like it, but his muscle memory. I'm reading these text messages from my wife. What? They might need me to go out there and coach. The fucking coach didn't show up? Should I go out there and coach? Damn, I may have to come back to this, y'all. The damn coach didn't show up. They said they may need me to be a designated coach. All right, y'all. So, yeah, he's that type of fighter where he gets off quick punches in small spaces. He don't need to get set. He doesn't need to, get a break from the ref. You know, when guys, after the ref breaks you, guys sometimes want to tap gloves and they get back to the action. No, he's not that type of dude, man. He could take that half step back, get off punches quick in small spaces. All right. He was showing a good jab, and he's good at parrying shots. He keeps the high guard up. He's good at parrying shots. Ruiz the type of guy, and I've been saying this forever, man, but only reactions I kept getting is, he's fat. He's the type of guy where when your glove lands on him, brother, it lands on his glove where he's catching your shot, or even if it lands on his face, you know what I mean? He's ready to throw back. That's different fight, but same type of thing. That's what Ortiz was able to do to Wilder early in their fight or throughout their fight. When Wilder would throw that right hand or any punch, Ruiz was always ready to throw back. Ortiz was ready to throw back. Same thing with Ruiz. Good counter puncher, man. He made his punches count. And then did you see towards the end when he just broke him down just technically? When he hit him when he kind of was, he was fighting from the outside through straight right hands to Anthony Joshua's body. I thought he should have went to the body even more. But he started to just systematically break him down at the end, man. That last one, where he the right shot the straight right hand to the body, the left hook up top. He was just piecing him up. Josh was looking tired. His stamina has always been shaky to me, but people kept telling me, you're just a guy on YouTube. He has muscles. Okay, great. He has muscles. You got to work on your fluidity as a fighter. Yes, he has gotten this far. Gold medal. I know people think that he lost to Ivan Daichko and Savan in the Olympics. Those were some debatable fights. Damn, people just stare at you like they know you and shit. But those were some debatable fights. And then even in some of his stoppage victories, man, they were kind of like the Takam stoppage. Even when he beat Pavek, still got his nose busted. And right now, I still think the Parker fight's a draw. I still think it's a draw. Let me see what time. What time is it? Okay, I'm gonna get us about 10 more minutes, y'all. Because then it'll be 15 minutes until their game starts. And if their coach ain't there, I'm gonna go out there and just coach. You can't treat the youth like this, man. Because last week this coach was on some bullshit, showing up late. So I'll go out there and coach him. But so I'm gonna get us like 10 more minutes, and I'll go live again later, man. But the stamina, man, has always been shaky to me, always. And I've seen him rock and buzz in numerous fights. You dig what I'm saying? And then one thing I didn't notice through all the excitement, it was so loud in my house, man. I really couldn't see. I could barely hear what they were saying. And when Joshua went down, I wasn't really looking at him that last time he went down. But this mouthpiece thing, he kept spitting out his mouthpiece. When he went down that fourth time, he quit, man. He spit his mouthpiece out. He got up. The ref is saying, come to me. This dude goes back to the corner and puts his arms up and tries to take a break like this is the UK. Because remember, in the UK, he was doing that shit. Like the Parker fight, remember, y'all, when his tape was loose on his glove, Parker decided that he wanted to get his tape rewrapped or cut. The ref didn't do anything. Parker was like, hey, he stopped the action like, hey, my glove. And I'm sitting there like, damn, how was AJ just dictating when to break the action and cut the action for his glove? The ref should be on top of this shit. And yesterday, I don't know if he thought he was in Wembley. I don't know where the fuck he thought he was. He probably thought he was in Candyland somewhere because he was so discombobulated, man. But I don't know what AJ was thinking, man. Like when the ref says come here, you can't go down and tie your shoe. You dig what I'm saying? If the ref says step to me, you can't turn to your corner and you have to do what the ref says. The fucking ref says do 2 jumping jacks. You have to do 2 jumping jacks. You can't go and do 2 push-ups. So for people, I heard people saying, oh, stop, late. No, man. The ref gave him instructions. And he was doing all this, smiling and cheese. Everything was a smile and cheese. That could be nervous energy because I know I played with guys like that in college, man, where they'll be getting their ass torn up in something, whether it's a drill or guarding somebody, and the way they react is with a nervous smile. And sometimes that's just how people react, man. You dig what I'm saying? So I think that was nervous. All that smile when he went down, that shit was a nervous reaction, just like he did. All right, we're back. But he quit. You know what I mean? That smile was nervous energy. That was like, what the fuck? I got knocked on my ass in the guard in the States. Holy shit, what's going on? That wasn't like, oh, I'm ready. No, that was nervous energy, man. I've been around people like that smile and shit when they're nervous or something embarrassing happens. He was fucking embarrassed. He thought he was going to come in here and just roll over this dude, and it didn't happen. All right. Andy did what he had to do, man. He did what he had to do. I had some talking points. I'm not gonna be able to get to all this. I want to talk about Dubois, Gorman, Revis, White, Michael Hunter, Joyce and Jennings. Now I've been paying attention to all that stuff, y'all, but this has just taken over so much, man, that this is just happened out of nowhere. And I'm gonna get to those. I know you guys like when I talk about the under the radar guys. I like talking about it too. The under the radar heavyweights. I'm going to get to that in a second. Yeah, I'm trying to think something. There was a lot of shit on my mind, man. I tried to write some of this stuff down, man, but we're headed to these games, so I was concentrating on my boys. Media rematch, I just don't. And I heard Eddie Hearn saying in the UK, you can have this shit in Mars, man. You can have this shit on Mars. You can have it in the UK, and it's like Eddie Hearn still trying to pull A-side demands. It's like, dude, you just never let it go with these. If anything, we should be fucking demanding some shit. You dig what I'm saying? Like, knock it off with these. Now, again, I don't know what the rematch clause are, so maybe it is a now. Okay, let me say this. Maybe it is already written in the contract if AJ were to lose, which he did, that the rematch would be in the UK. So maybe that's already in writing. But if it's not, and Hearn is just coming out saying, "Oh, in the UK, pump your fucking brakes, man. You came over here, you got smacked in the mouth. Okay, pump your brakes, humble yourself, man. All right, Eddie Hearn, humble yourself, man. Humble yourself, dude. Quit worrying about A side and demanding this. Humble yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Try to rebuild this guy, man. Um, if he wants it to work again, get to work again. One more thing. Another thing I was going back and forth with a lot of, and people that think like me too, that had the same thoughts, were going back and forth with other people. You guys kept asking me, Mr. Boxing, do you think that this is a new era of 6'8", 6'9" heavyweights? There'll never be another short, small heavyweight, or short in Andy's respect. Andy's shorter because he ain't small, but shorter, short reach, short height heavyweights. There'll never be it. They'll never. And I told y'all who was one of the guys I was bringing up. Top 3, Andy Ruiz. I told y'all, man, it's about what's in here, man. You can't teach this. You can't teach this, man. Skill set. The man been fighting since he was 7, 8 years old. He's always had that physique. He's always been doubted. He's always been the fat kid in the gym. Nothing. That's nothing. I kept telling you guys it's about skill set. That's why I never counted out Usyk. I'm still not counting out Usyk. Yes, guys are taller, but they're not necessarily just so much bigger today. Like, guys are like 7'1", 350 pounds on average. No, man. Yes, these guys are 6'8", 6'7". In the 90s, they were 6'4", 6'5" and so on and so forth. Going back to every decade, breaking down the heights, but the weights are still around about the same. Lennox Lewis was about the same weight as Anthony Joshua, probably an inch shorter, but around the same weights. Riddick Bowe was around the same weights, around the same heights. Like, these aren't just, like I said, this isn't like, 7'4" heavyweights or some shit like that, 400 pounds. Deontay Wilder, prime example. He comes in anywhere between 212 and probably 220 when he wants to go high. You dig what I'm saying? I kept telling y'all it's about skill set, and we have some guys out here that can make it happen. I kept bringing up Ruiz, Usyk, and guys like that, man. So that answers your question. Yes, there will be a shorter heavyweight to win the title. His name is Andrew Ruiz, and he did it last night. All right. Another thing about Ruiz, man, he was walking Anthony Joshua down. Even when Ruiz got up from that big left hook that AJ landed in the third, what did he get up and do? Actually, he got up and got hit with another big right hand. That was so crazy. He got up and got hit with another big right hand from AJ. Then I think AJ threw another left hook and like another grazing uppercut. But I know he landed another big right hand on Ruiz right when he got up. What did Ruiz do? Ate it like a Snickers bar. Ate it like a Snickers bar. You dig? Ate it like a Snickers bar and walked him down with the high guard, moving his head. Something AJ has problems doing. Little slight movement, not Pernell Whitaker movement, where he's moving his whole upper body, but just moving his head slightly, moving his head offline, what I was trying to tell Brazil to do, or a lot of us, move it offline a little bit. You don't have to be Pernell Whitaker. Everybody's not gifted with that. You dig what I'm saying? Slight head movement, catching punches, parrying. AJ is more of a, I can't use both my hands, but, one hand doing this, up and down, up and down. He's one of those guys. Take a slight step back, but where's his head? Still in the same area. Yeah, your gloves are doing this, but your head's still right here. Your head ain't offline. It ain't ducking down. People are telling me, oh, but he ducked against Klitschko. That was pure exhaustion type of ducking. When he was against the ropes and Klitschko was so predictable with the left hook, AJ just went, he ducked like this, y'all. That's not a proper way to duck. Duck to where your face is looking right down at the canvas. Do you know what that's calling for? An uppercut. That's why I couldn't believe how Klitschko was so smart of a fighter. But I knew what he was doing. He was trying to land a left hook. I know the right hand put Joshua down, but it was the left hook that started a lot of the trouble. So in Klitschko's mind, he's like, you know what? One left hook will finish it. And I knew what he was doing. But if Klitschko would just took a step back, this is where Manuel Stewart would have came into play. Take a step back and just think, dude, he's ducking like this because he's exhausted. Joshua literally had his hands down, left hook, and he just went like this. It wasn't like a, he was, had his hands up and he was, just bending down, rolling, letting it go over the top of his head. He was just going like this. If you want to count that as moving your head, fine. He moved his head. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. I'm gonna be back later, man. Let me get over here. I'll see all y'all in the comment section. I guess I'm about to go out there and coach this football game, man, because it's coaching here. So I'm gonna step up, man, and coach this game. I'm gonna read the comments and archives, man. I appreciate you guys coming here, man. Like I said, on my next one, I will be talking about Michael Hunter Jr., Revis White, Joyce Jennings, Dubois Gorman. I tried to write some stuff down, man, but I'll be touching on a lot more heavyweight topics, man. But